How would I describe The Devil's Hour?
A deeply unsettling, mysterious puzzle box.
I would call it a thriller with a supernatural element.
It takes us to places beyond the realms of our normal experience.
A terrifying love story.
In the most unusual ways, a love letter to life and love.
Terrifying, exquisite nightmare.
The premise of The Devil's Hour is that we follow the life of a woman who is haunted by visions that she has that come to her in these nightmares, always at the devil's hour. But there's more to them than simply being nightmares.
Jesus Christ!
There's a domestic strand about family and maternal love. There's a thriller stroke detective strand where you're just trying to get to the bottom of the case. And then there's a mind-bending strand to it. When you pepper all of those things together, it makes for really compelling and engaging storytelling.
I wake up, I open my eyes, I look at the time, and it is 3:33 a.m. It's the same every single night.
It's about every element of the human experience that you can think of. It's about love, friendship, redemption. Are we all good deep down? Do we have the capacity to be bad?
With the psychological thriller, obviously you need to have a great script, and then you've got to get that script on screen. So the choice of directors is really, really important. And we met Johnny Allen, and his pitch was so similar to what Tom was saying that he wanted and what we wanted. It was sort of uncanny, really.
What this script did was really sort of set my heart alight because it had a whole breadth of emotions in it. I read it and I was scared and I laughed out loud and I was really moved. So it sort of just felt like such a unique and special project to be part of.
I think you really have to be in someone's head in order to make an effective psychological thriller. In this instance, it's Lucy's head, and Johnny Allen, the director, has meticulously prepped this shoot so that you see everything through her eyes. You've also got the shadow of Gideon looming over the whole thing, where you know that the answers are lurking there somewhere.
The things I'm going to tell you tonight are going to sound unlikely.
I think it's important to unsettle your audience. It's about getting under the skin, but in a way that the viewer can't look away. I've certainly felt that, just in terms of like the production values and some of the locations that we've shot at, where you kind of step onto it and go, this is incredible, but also I don't want to be left alone here for a second.
For the visual storytelling, it's all about, how you build suspense and atmosphere, but it's about how you choose to reveal what and when to the audience that really creates the tension in a psychological thriller.
What's the worst thing you've ever experienced?
You.
The scripts are great. They're very compelling. They're real page turners. It's the idea and how well executed it is. It's quite rare to get something that you really want to know what happens next. It's very, very clever writing.
This case destroyed 3 careers. Good people.
He's done something that I don't think I've seen on TV before. It's really ambitious storytelling of the kind that you don't often get when it comes to, a British crime drama or a whodunit or a mystery.
The thing about Tom, he's got a huge brain, and that's what makes him so good with writing a psychological thriller, because he knows where everything is and how it all adds up, and he can put humour in there and scares, and he's sort of the whole picture, I think.
If you know where you're going, then you always know what the story is that you're telling. And it means you're not making promises you can't deliver on.
There's a real empathy with all his characters and with human beings, even though he puts them through hell and makes them crawl through glass. There's a genuine beauty and humanity at the heart of the script.
I love you so, so much.
One of the most important things to me was always the music. It's such an important part of the language of the show. And so when I write, one of the first things I do is I create a playlist. And then you have to find some composers who can live up to your very carefully curated idea of what the music should be. And we were very lucky to get the Newton brothers.
They would be giving us demos to work with actually through the edits. It's very melodic, but also they'll just switch it up. It can be scary, it can be beautiful, it'd be very fine. Each episode has a slightly different title sequence, and the music also changes. We sort of gradually take different elements of the music out, so by the time you get to episode 6, it's a very, very simple melody of the original.
I think it's a really exciting combination of ideas. Some may be familiar and some are totally original. So it's a very compelling show. I think it's really something that people will enjoy.